Hi there, this is another video. This is how to get any background on your webcam. Very similar to how Skype does it, or how Zoom does it, or how anything does it basically. You can see on Skype, it has a number of settings. You can get rid of that washing machine behind me by blurring that background, and that means that all this around me gets blurred. We can also change that to any background that we like, and we can change that. You can see web settings. You click on this and you can change your camera setup from there, and if you click on these double dots you can also change the background. You can see if we click on the plus icon, I can upload any background I like from my computer. We've also got a green background here and a background from my shelf. So let's check that out. Go back to the thing. We've got a green background, so we can also green screen the thing, and you can see that we've also got a background from my shelf. So how do we get this working on our computer? Well, the easiest thing is to grab this window. One way to do it is to type in Zoom from the bottom bar and type that in, and it will say change zoom increment. So that when you click on this and click on and click on the plus, it should zoom in, and we can now move that over to our window. And now hopefully by getting rid of that we can now have some kind of effect. So well, that's one way to do it. You can see my pointer is over there, but apart from that we've got the background and it's working. But that's the hardware method. That's not very good. Let's just change it again, and let's change that to the software method. Zoom out of this. Let's get rid of that and get rid of this, and let's make sure that we're still recording, because I've recorded this already and it didn't work. So let's make sure, and let's put on the latest version of OBS. So what can we do? We can click on the plus at the bottom and we can add a window capture. That will capture one of the windows, and for this one we'll make sure that it's the right Skype window, because there are two of them. And so make sure it's the settings window, and you can see client area. Make sure that's ticked on, otherwise we'll get all these boxes and close icons at the top. And then click on OK, and what that will do is that will put that window into your screen. So all we need to do now, of course, is to stretch that out so that it fills up as much of that window as humanly possible. And that's another way to get that recorded full screen. You can see on your window, and there's no mouse pointer, and the whole thing is a lot clearer to read as well than it was on the other one. So that's definitely another way to do it. And you can see that if we put an image over that, we can actually put an image border around it. And this is something that I've clicked on. Click on the image there, because you can add different images. You can add an image in this thing, and by adding an image, and if we go to properties, you can see that's the image. It's actually got an alpha layer in the background. So that properties, if we click on filters, that means we can see that it's got a color key. I've added a color key to that. Color key, there it is, and by changing that to the color key value 00FFF0, and by creating that file, blanking this area out, and basically blanking the area to 00FF00, that means that this software hopefully can blank the area out with that color key filter, and that means that that middle window will be blank. So whatever I put in front of that middle window will hopefully show up in front of that middle window as a blank. And if I change this to the green screen and I put on the image around that, hopefully it will put that on. And of course you can change the positions of these, and you can see that it works. We've now got, unbelievably, an image capture window. And if I now look at this, this is the smaller window that I captured. It's the same one, as you can see over there. It's the same window, but all we need to do is to put an image over that. And that basically means that we can now put ourselves in that area with a background behind us. And that's what we can do. It's amazing, look at that. But if we get rid of them and go back to our main one, if we put that onto the green screen and we add another filter to that, so let's add another key filter. Let's add the chroma key and let's change it to green. You can see it's changed it. We can alter that so that it gets rid of it, and I think somewhere around here, and okay, and that means it's black. Ooh. If we put on the image over the top of that, it's going to be behind us now. So that means that we can have an image behind us with the window and the border, and we can sit in front of that, or we can have that with one of these, and we can switch on the image by replacing that. We can now have that behind us, and that's yet another way of doing this very same thing. So thank you once again for viewing this helpful guide, hopefully, to how to do this. It's not perfect, you can see, but by messing around with this, there you go, by messing around with it, we can get it somewhere perfectly so that it actually works. So when we click on record, it will record the entire screen. So that's how you put on these fancy effects from Skype or from Zoom. Simply rip them off Skype and Zoom. Thank you very much.